pan and the institution of steel pan has had a profound impact on the trajectory of my life as an average American.
For San Francisco native Kirsten Michener and other lovers of music, the sound of the steel pan is unlike anything they've ever heard before.
The first thing when you hear pan, the first thing that happens is some probably chemical, neurobiological reaction in your brain that we as human beings have this capacity to recognize music and to derive pleasure from it. That was the first thing that captivated me, was the sound, the heartbeat, how it hits you really in your bones and really makes you want to move. Move your feet, dance, get up and move.
The self-described dilettante played traditional instruments in her early years, but the notes ringing out of the steel drums captivated her during a concert.
And from that concert, one thing that I remember was one of the songs they played was Sunset. And I bought their CD. This was 1995. It may well have been a cassette tape. I don't even remember. I bought whatever it was, their CD at the concert. And I looped that song Sunset over and over and over in my car for months.
That song, Sunset, is an original composition from master composer and arranger Dr. Lennox or Len Bugsy Sharp, who is also the arranger for former national panorama champions Hadco Phase 2 Pan Groove. But back in 1995, Kirsten had no idea who Dr. Sharp was or that he was the composer of the song that captured her attention. So much so, Kirsten and her mother enrolled in night classes to learn to play the pan following the concert. Then in 1997, the school received a grant to bring in an artist in residence, a master panist, to teach the students how to play.
And that was Dr. Sharp. So we learned Musical Wine, which is one of his compositions, which he had played in Panorama some time. And we worked on this song. He gave us a master class the evening of our class. And then at the end of the week, we had a concert. So I played on the stage Musical Wine with Dr. Sharp in 1997.
Kirsten would have continued playing the instrument she loved had it not been for her full-time job as a Foreign Service officer in the United States Foreign Service. As she came close to completing her Washington, D.C. tour, she began bidding for open positions across the world.
So several months into this, I was standing in my kitchen in Virginia, and I said out loud to no one, I was alone in my apartment, I said, I'm dying to serve in Trinidad.
As fate would have it, just 2 weeks later, a public affairs officer position became available at the U.S. Embassy in TNT, and she applied.
And I get emotional when I say that because I'm talking to you in a pan yard in Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm learning from not only the people who invented the instrument, but this man, Bugsy Sharp, who has so clearly redefined the genre.
When she landed in the country in 2021, she reached out to Dr. Sharp. From hearing his composition in 1995 to now playing alongside him in the panyard, Kirsten remains in awe of him and his talent.
I don't understand music. I don't understand the mystery of how Dr. Sharp creates. He is on a completely different plane than us, mere mortal humans. But the way he nuances the music, and you can hear all the different parts, and he can compose for every instrument in this band, not just the front line, but every instrument in this band. It's an extraordinary privilege for me to witness that and to be a part of it.
Kirsten is one of many foreigners, those with ties to the diaspora and bona fide musicians who visit the island every year ahead of the carnival season to begin practicing with the big bands. But one thing remains, music unites us all and goes beyond even gender and race.
Music can have no racial kind of situation. Everybody loves music. It's all that white people just play music and everybody dance to it, same as black people, you know? So I not in that. I don't like that kind of thing. Music is a universal thing, and you have to bring love to people.
Kirsten said she felt a sort of kinship with the Trinbagonian people that she had never felt in her 26 years of foreign service.
But genuinely, every time I come in the yard, Dr. Sharp says, hello, sister, this is your home. And Any day, he says, you belong here. You're one of us. This is your home.
Kristen is one of them people, one of them person who generate vibes. You know, and she's such a humble person and beautiful person. We have a relationship. She's our sister. And think we love you, Kristen. You know, and she loves pan. That's important, you know.
So she's not faker?
No.
She like the instrument?
She love it. Not like she love it.
Her love, passion, and dedication to the steel pan led her to the Panorama Finals for the first time in 2023, a moment she described as a lifetime experience.
And I was keenly aware that this was one of the highlight experiences of my life. A great privilege, yes, and also the result of a lot of hard work. As I described, hours and hours and hours. When you're practicing for Panorama, you're not doing anything else. I didn't go to FETs, I didn't go to Limes, I missed the Kess concert, I missed all of the other things that were going on. It was pan and work and sleep, and that was it. But I made that commitment to myself, to the rest of the band members, that if I was going to be in it, I was going to give it my all, and I did. And then the expression in that 8 minutes of that wonderful, joyful song, We Come Out to Party, of course, that he wrote after COVID when we were so frustrated, and being able to come out and be among each other again. And that expression of joy through the musicality was really, it's very difficult for me to put into words.
While she played the tenor pan in Panorama, she usually plays the guitar pan. She admits it's been nothing but love over the past couple years, and the only challenges she's faced stems from her own expectations.
Dr. Sharp talks about love in the village, and it's a constant theme. My bandmates lift me up, they teach me, they encourage me, we laugh together, we work together. You got to move these pans, you have to clean them at the end of the season, you have to wrap the Panorama pans, put them away, number them. We have work limes. Sometimes we're out here on a Saturday, on a Sunday for weekends, but that's all part of the community. And for me, there's nowhere else I'd rather be.
Kirsten is fully aware of the honor bestowed upon the country when the General Assembly of the United Nations proclaimed August 11th as World Steel Pan Day. She joins others in acknowledging the achievement.
And I am happy that it means that more people around the world will become acquainted with and will be exposed to this sound. If you can imagine, with all of the competing types of music around the world, and I don't mean competing in a negative sense, I mean the richness of our human culture, that for pan, steel pan, to be elevated in this way on the world stage is obviously a huge honor for Trinidad and Tobago, and for panists and for the people who practice this art form, this magnificent art form, this gift to humanity.
United Nations honor us. You know, it's a great feeling for us steel band people all over the world, for all of us steel band people. All who gone and who are still. You know, I just want to say thank you. God bless Trinidad and Tobago.
Kirsten has not thought about what she will do when her service comes to an end in 2026. For now, her goal is to enjoy every hour, every minute, every second of her journey. I am Kimberly D'Souza, and this is See Yourself on TTT News.